that was out here from, you had people buying whatever, and nigga got a monkey on the block just spinning it. So
a fucking monkey.
They ain't even needed no they was buying.
Yeah, no, definitely.
You think the sales went up? You think the sales was better during COVID than before COVID? Even with everything being shut down, with people having so much money?
Yeah, I think the sales was up, but you got a lot of restaurants that's hurting now because you had a lot of people that open restaurants didn't understand that it was a lot of money in the streets. They didn't really understand the whole concept of marketing and everything. So right now you got a lot of restaurants that's hurting and closing down because the money they were making, honestly, the God truth, it wasn't realistic money. And when I say about the money wasn't realistic, it's because you had a lot of people that had a lot of money and they were just spending it. So at that time when whoever they opened, they got a bag.
So we gonna keep it real with y'all. Your restaurant hurting because there's no more PUA.
Or PPP.
Need more PPP.
Man, I remember I was going to the liquor store. I couldn't even get no motherfucking dime and shit. That shit was sold out.
Hey, listen,
like,
everything was sold out.
Gone.
Everything.
No tequila in the city.
Yeah, so everything was like so.
That was probably a time, but a lot of businesses was making the most motherfucking money.
Nah, yeah, for real. I mean, it was just anywhere. Businesses, wherever you want to say, everybody's making a lot of money. So you got a lot of people that's hurting now though because they didn't really know what to do with the money. Yeah. And now the money ain't how the money was, so they don't really know how to move it.
Fast no more.
Yeah, but that wasn't. They don't understand that wasn't real. When I keep specifying and speaking on the real part because it was just like you had people around here that was doing stuff that they wasn't even interested in doing and just spending crazy money. So, but as you see, a lot of stuff has closed down. So.
No, definitely. So, like, what's the difference between an independent artist and like a major artist?
I mean, it just depends on like a major artist. You kind of when you get with major labels, it's basically when you get a major label, they can push a button if they willing to push that button. And you're in every Walmart in the world or whatever the case it may be. You know what I'm saying? As far as independent, we get a lot of confused as far as like what independent artists. You got a lot of artists say they're independent, they on an independent label that's under a major label, but then they say that they're independent by themselves. But then you got some people that have partnerships. So it differs, but
do you think what's your preference? Like, do you think it's better to be an indie artist?
I think it's better to be whatever fits your purpose for you at the time. And like I'll take it back to when you had Big Sean, Wiz Khalifa, then you had like Chip the Ripper, all at the same time was all doing like underground growl shop, Peabody's, and all that stuff like that. But at the time, you had Wiz Khalifa decide to go mainstream. That's when he came out Black and Yellow.
Look, you got Chance the Rapper too. That nigga ain't get no music deal. He went straight off indie artist. He was
but then he went and he's major artist.
Oh yeah.
He went major.
Cause he got that.
He signed to major label.
They get that good deal.
Yeah.
Look, we talking about music. Tell them how long you been. A lot of people don't know how long you've been around because it's hard for niggas like us, like, to be relevant then and still be relevant now. Like, tell them how long you've been really fucking with this shit.
Oh yeah. So I mean, really, as far as the music and business, I mean, back from when we were just doing high school parties, you talking like, shit, what's that? 2008.
2008, 2009.
Yeah, 9. You know what I'm saying? Back when music was really like booming here with artists, but it's been a long time since we've been doing like music and stuff like that. But my main thing for like a lot of artists is, you don't really have to go major. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of them don't really understand that because a lot of people don't really explain it to them. They forget that the music.
And they probably, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Good.
They probably think like, oh, they gotta have this money into it to be like an indie artist. Do you feel like independent artists gotta have like money to? Cause promotion is a big thing. You gotta have promotion to rock your shit off. Right. But also, if you got the connections too, it could.
But it ain't even really that. I mean, so you got this.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? This is walking money. Your phone. You know what I'm saying? You can upload anything, any music you need. But when I say a lot of artists don't really understand is, they forget that it's the music business. You know what I'm saying? Like at the end of the day, you gotta always
be a business.
Yeah, you always gotta put that on there.
No, facts. Hell yeah, facts.
I feel like you do need Like, even coming in, like, look at Dolph. Dolph should have taught all these niggas, like, RP Dolph.
But then you
gotta have some type of money behind yourself, like,
right.
If
so
you making money, invest in yourself.
So I mean, even like Dolph, but you know, we all know Dolph come from being papered up. You feel me?
Yeah.
So, but for a lot of artists, they don't understand as far as like what we talked about before. A lot of artists don't understand. Like, you can go and set it up as a business. You set it up as a business. You got a couple different LLCs. You can go get funding yourself to do your music career. You talking about you have an artist that's booming in a city where indie or a label like 300 or something come and sign up for 250,000. You know what I'm saying? You can go get 250,000 just between your business yourself. Now you really independent.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying?
I want you to explain to like the people that don't know what's the LLC.
So, I mean, it's basically a limited liability company. You know what I'm saying? You set it up as far as it has its own EIN. Once you set that up, I mean, you know what I'm saying, you have a business, but I like to set them up as S corps. You know what I'm saying? I like to set it up as that because it kind of keeps you, you know, really separated from it, and then as far as how you can run your payroll. So for any artist that is interested or been interested in funding themselves doing their own business, that's what I would do, set up an S corp. Even as far as, you know, putting yourself on payroll and then setting up different businesses to go get funding.
So
that's what a lot of people don't know.
You just said that, like, the LLC come with its own EIN. So it's different. It's a difference between getting your own EIN and having an EIN with your LLC.
No, so once you apply for the LLC, some people do it the other way, get the EIN first. I say always get the LLC to make sure the name you want. Then you go to the IRS, the IRS site, and then you actually get your EIN.
Do you feel like trademark is important too?
For sure.
Hell yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So then that's what I say as far as the music business. You know, you don't know how big or what it is that you're going to do. And then once you blow up, somebody trademark it, and then you're not making no money off of it.
I got an example for y'all. Imagine if I would have trademarked this. How long they been calling me Shark?
A long
time.
I had Baby Shark, what, 8 years ago. When the Baby Shark song come on.
Yeah. Hey, listen.
If I would have trademarked my son,
you could have been tearing them up.
Oh my God.
I would have turned their mouth off right now.
No, seriously. No,
that's
definitely.
Crazy.
Definitely. That shit definitely is motherfucking hectic. So, like, how can a LLC benefit like a person in the music industry?
I mean, so once you got an LLC and then you also have the age on it, it could benefit you if your credit and stuff is in the right place. Then you can go get funding for what you're trying to do as far as your music business, and now you're not waiting for a label.
Now explain what the age means, because a lot of people don't understand when you say age.
So age just like over the amount of years, you know what I'm saying? Like you typically want to have a good LLC that's been around for about 2 years. 2 years, at, you know what I'm saying, at max to go get the right type of funding that you want to get, so.
Yeah, so like moving on to the next subject, is it a difference between good debt and bad debt? Because I thought debt was debt.
Yeah, for sure. Nah, I mean, so for instance, you know, like I said, we talked about during, you know, COVID, you know, people was buying a lot of clothes and that's just it. You know what I'm saying? That's bad debt.
They gave their money back.
You know what I'm saying? So
they
now,
sent that money back.
So but anybody that took money that they got at that time, they invested into like property or started a business or real estate or podcast or, you know what I'm saying, studio and stuff like that. I mean, that's good debt. You put it into something to where you can make the money back. Right. So, you know, and at the end of the day, that's what a lot of people don't understand. That's what the whole credit in the business is all about. Is getting the funds and spending some money, spending the bank's money to be able to make the money back and just paying on it. So
just paying it, or you just paying the payback. That shit like selling drugs. You pay the pound, you pay that pound back.
Hell yeah.
You get another one.
No, definitely.
Yeah.
So what's the average credit score to get a loan?
So I would say
100K.
You said to get 100K?
No, what's the average credit score to get a loan? I'm just throwing my thoughts on 100K.
I would say like a 700.
700?
I would say 700, but it's just not about score. So a lot of people think, hey, you know, I have people all the time be saying, hey, I got a high score.
Yeah.
It's not about that. It's about your payment history. It's about the score. It's about how long you have had, you know what I'm saying, credit. So it's a different factors. So it ain't really about the score. It's about the structure of the actual credit. So
I got a question for you. So what if you had somebody come up to you, say they 28 years old, and they got baby credit. They never started their credit at all. What would your advice be? Like, say they credit is like in the 500s, you know.
But you say they never had credit at all, right?
Well, yeah, they ain't never like had no credit cards, nothing to, you know. So how would you, like, what advice would you give to them to, like, at 28 years old? Because you know credit mean a lot. It's like, that's like your social.
Right.
Motherfuckers, you need credit to do anything you do. To get a house, get a car, you need credit. So, like, what advice would you give them? Say they're 28 years old, they ain't never want to use their credit, they ain't never want to fuck it up. So what would your advice be? What would you get like?
So I mean, files like that, I love files like that. I call that like a naked file. You know what I'm saying? So
you think that's a bad thing that they had that?
I mean that's I wouldn't say it's a bad thing. I would say it's a good thing, because when I say it's naked, it ain't really nothing, ain't no derogatory remarks. So basically like collections or late payments. So it's not that they got bad credit, they just never had credit.
Right.
That's why they say no credit is better than bad credit.
Right. So for them, I mean, at 28, the first thing I would tell them to do, I would say,
get a credit card.
I would tell them to, first of all, I put some trade lines, some authorized use trade lines. Tell them to get like a Chime account or something like that. Like, it's like quick, like free game for real.
Yeah.
Chime account, I would go straight credit unions.
No, definitely.
And once you go to them credit unions, build a relationship with them about 90 days, you probably 50,000, 75,000.
Hell yeah.
So what do Chime do for you?
So the reason why I say Chime, because it's
I got a Chime. That shit don't do nothing in my credit.
He said don't do nothing.
Chime, you can use Chime to get it
like a builder.
Like with different.
So you know what I'm saying? It just helps as far as them having on their credit as far as a builder.
So Chime really doing your credit?
Yeah.
So why the fuck Cash App? I start using Cash App.
No, Cash App don't at all.
I'm about to delete that shit.
It's more like a debit card, but not a debit card.
What?
Like,
I would have thought Sutton Bank would be a bigger bank than, what's Chime Bank called?
Bigger than what?
Chime Bank. You know, Sutton is Cash App Bank.
Yeah.
What the fuck is, I forgot what Chime Bank called. I forgot. I would have thought Sutton was a bigger bank than that though.
No, I mean, you got tier 1 banks, tier 2, tier like 3. So, you know, you got your big banks, Chase, Huntington, PNCs, stuff like that.
Those are good banks.
Yeah. Those are as far as more you're going to get like conventional loans and stuff like
Definitely.
that. So.
Bank of America and Navy is a good one though.
Yeah. But it's people don't understand too, it's a lot of banks that's way better than Navy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And especially banks definitely trying to be competitive, so they start giving out like a lot of different stuff.
They start giving out a lot of money.
Nah, definitely. So do you think like using the government money is smarter than using your own money?
For sure, 100%.
That's a lot of people, you know, I ask a lot of questions, so a lot of people tell me like, it's so crazy, it's a lot of finesse to life. Like, I got a lawyer, and my lawyer tell me everything. Like, it's so many finesses to everything that you do.
For sure.
Literally. Like, I'm like, man, what? But it's definitely smarter to use the government money than use your money to, like, when you start a business or anything like that.
Yeah, so I was definitely use the government's money, investors' money, like whoever want to invest. I mean, you can use you basically you're getting a loan at a percent at a rate. You know what I'm saying? Once you take that money and you invest, now you put it into something. I mean, that's just like if you guys had got this place and you got a loan from the bank at a certain percent. We talking, I don't know, like right now rates is like, I mean, they high, especially on lines of credit, like 14% right now. But what do I care for when I know I'm gonna flip the money?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I know, hey, I'm spending this 50,000, whatever I'm spending it on, but this is what we making and coming in. You paying them the minimum, you know what I'm saying? And still making cash flow. That's what it's about. You know what I'm saying? But it's just about knowing also just how to move the money and then terms. It's a lot of stuff kind of with it, but it's the best way for what you trying to do.
Yeah, no,
That's
definitely.
the best way to get some money on. You want to get some money on.
Nah, for sure.
You gotta.
No, definitely. So I would say this because this is like a hot topic to like a lot of different people. Like, do you think like, do you gotta have, because some people, this like a debate for real. A lot of people be like, yeah, you gotta have a college degree to get to this point in your life to where you want to be. I mean, it's stamped, that college degree for sure. Say any backfalls happen, you still got that degree, but also at the end of the day too, a lot of business owners I know, they don't have no college degree.
Right.
So how you feel about that? Like, you think Go ahead.
Yeah, just as far as going to school or not going to to college or not going. I mean, I feel like college is like a what is it? The places you go where you golf. The
golf course.
Yeah, like you know what I'm saying, like with a certain
club, what they call it?
Golf club.
Golf club.
Right, it's like a club, so it's just like okay, what club are you going to? You gonna go to like a D1 school? Depends on what you're going for, but honestly, to tell you the truth, I don't really think that college is not for everyone.
It's not.
You know what I'm saying? And just because you don't go, don't mean that you can't be successful. Some of the most successful people didn't
A
go.
lot of billionaires,
Yeah.
a lot of these billionaires, they don't have no college degree. They
got them now.
just got. That's what I'm saying. They just got them.
Now.
What do you think made them get them now?
Well, who you referring to? Because I don't know a lot.
know.
Bill Gates.
I can tell you.
So you said he just went to school?
For instance,
No, they waited later.
A nigga like Flocka start doing this shit.
Real
estate and all that other shit, and he like shit.
Look at my boy Rich Paul too.
I'm about to go back to school. I might as well go ahead and learn some more about this shit and keep finessing their guys with this shit.
Right.
Some rappers learn certain shit and they be like, shit, I'm about to go to school for this shit.
Right. It just depends on what you're going to learn. I mean, you bringing up Waka. I don't know exactly what he went to school for, but again, it depends on what you're going for. Now, if you told me Waka went to school for such and such, and then he went and got a job in whatever field he got a job in or whatever he's doing, but we not about to sit up here and just waste no time and just go and what we doing, stacking degrees or you know what I'm saying?
Like you know, he about to use whatever he went to school.
Yeah, so long as he's using it right for what he's trying to use it for. But I mean, definitely like real estate and all that stuff. But a lot of stuff, as far as like real estate, you don't have to go to school or anything like that to do real estate. But it just
a lot of the smartest people ain't finished high school.
Yeah.
Yes, school is like different people. I got a question for you though too. So, where you see yourself in the near future? Like, what's your plans? What's your goals?
Rich, like billionaire, a lot of money. I mean, especially right now, I'm fortunate to have the knowledge that I have, and right now what the real estate market is doing here, you know, the market right now, the houses is back where they was at in 08, 07, where you know, right now I'm acquiring properties at 10,000, 15,000.
It's a lot of gentrification going on. I go through the ghetto, even in my hood. I go through the ghetto. I see like it's new remodeled townhouses. You got nice ass shit through EC, like new built shit. Then you go to the suburbs. That shit ghetto now.
Yeah, so
it's
you know what I'm saying, they swapped it out. A lot of, you know, they want everything closer to like downtown.
Yeah.
So, but actually, I was fortunate enough to get in the area, which was Detroit Shoreway, to get into where they were gentrifying over there to actually grab a property and to tear and build and sell. So
that's what's
up. So you went to the credit repair now. Mm-hmm. You went to the houses. Mm-hmm. Let's tell everybody about Kash with the braids before the houses.
That's where it all started.
So you had to be a new man. You had to cut the hair off and
like get some people clarification about like where you came, like what you started with. Cause she brought up artist shit earlier. Like people probably ain't even gonna understand. Like damn, why he ain't no artist? Why? Let them know why she asked you that though.
Right. I mean, yeah, as you know, we started a long time ago doing events, parties, promoting. And I think really that's where it sparked the entrepreneurship for me. You know what I'm saying? We was doing parties. We was in high school. Shit, I do a party on a Friday. No flyers, no nothing.
I was like in the 8th grade.
Yeah, like, you weren't even supposed to be in there.
Hey, that's like
so we was shit. I was.
That's how I used to be though.
We get $1,000. I get $1,000 in a night, 2,000. Shit, I was 16 riding around school, two-door Tahoe 24s. Niggas thought I was hustling. We was throwing parties.
I'm on the mic just singing this song. Yeah, $200 a night. Shout out to the Kamikaze.
Yeah,
that was the best teenage club ever, bro.
Yeah, small, but shit, it was.
That bitch went. Everybody who got a name right now was in the Kamikaze.
I remember everybody used to be up there.
Everybody. It ain't not one person. It ain't kind of the cause. The cause was the spot.
She probably, you don't know about the kamikaze.
I ain't hip.
Hey.
I'm a young
remember
blood. I ain't
the one on Miles. I remember what it's called. The Cotton Club.
Cotton Club, there you go. That was the name.
Cotton
Cotton
Club.
Club.
That's why I said this generation fucked up right now.
We had a lot of stuff though. Cotton Club, Kamikaze, Sportsplex, The Tunnel, Chaos,
Motor.
Motor.
Shit.
Then when they flipped the Lin Rocks on Miles.
What the fuck was that called?
I don't remember the name.
I can't remember what that was called.
So what year
It's
was
so
this?
crazy.
Because I was a young nigga.
You probably
What? This was, I swear to God,
Probably
like
be like-
2009 on up, like to 2013,
I was
14.
a little nigga.
you was what?
I was like 10. I was 10.
This generation so fucked up right now though, cause they ain't really got shit like that. Like,
No.
remember when I was telling you earlier, I'm like, man, kids, they really sneaking into more clubs now.
Yeah.
Like, they ain't
Lot
got
of-
no teenage clubs. Like, we got hella teenage
Y'all did.
clubs.
I heard y'all did have hella teenage clubs though.
Yeah, the
Y'all
whole
used to
bunch.
just kick it.
We
We used to,
had-
but it was so crazy with us. We used to go down to Akron too.
Yeah.
The old Vertical used to do high school parties. Used to have these bubbles and shit that come from the ceiling. We used to drive down there.
You remember
We
that,
got
right?
dome
You remember
parties,
that?
all type
You was in
of
Akron?
shit.
Oh, yeah, Peabody's.
Peabody's what? Rap, you had 11-year-old rappers in
Hey,
Peabody's.
oh, what about the one? What is it called? It was on. No, hey, no. What was the one called on Superior?
Superior. What was it called?
No, was it Superior?
No, yes, you talking about Superior. You saw the club that was across town you all used to go
Down.
to.
It was down by downtown.
Nigga, that was Peabody. No, you talking about...
Who of them used to?
It wasn't Peabody, it was the other one. It was Peabody's and Sun Nose. That's where everybody used to have their little concerts at. Everybody used to perform at.
Man, it was.
I remember what you talking
It was
about.
by Payne and Superior. It's like right on the corner.
We're gonna have to talk some more. You see, the Cotton Club came up when we was
What was
talking.
the name of that
I
spot?
couldn't think of that shit for nothing.
I can't think of the name.
That's funny. So we gonna switch the topic. So what's your advice? What's the advice you would give to like upcoming rap artists?
Upcoming artists right now, I would tell them, you know. All right, here you go. Mess with Compton. I would, get you a Compton. No, but I mean, I would say, as far as any upcoming artists right now, you know what I'm saying, I would have them tell them to set up, establish their business, get all their business and stuff in order. You know what I'm saying? Then once they get their music stuff, start releasing it. But at the end of the day, you want to understand the business. And then you can have the funds to basically release stuff how you want to. They got everything so compact. Like I got a camera I just bought. This motherfucker just came out. It's all presets. You know what I'm saying? And you got your own camera. You got your phone. You can do your marketing and all that. Like this right here. I mean, I ain't getting paid for this, Sony. But
That's a nice ass camera
We
though.
need a check, Sony.
you know what I'm saying? But like this, I mean, it's compact and you able to do all your own stuff. You know what I'm saying? Then also, you got AI out right now where you got presets and edit your video and stuff like that. So for an artist,
It's really easy. Like you.
it's
can learn how to do
easier
your
back
own
from
shit.
when we grew up at a time where we at the DJ booth. Hey, can you play my record? Can you play my record?
No, we had the DJ was like,
Y'all
can you
had
pull my
records.
record offline?
Yeah. Off LimeWire. You there with you got the CD
Easier now.
in
We
your
got
hand.
that AirDrop. We got that Bluetooth
We
AirDrop.
ain't had none of that shit.
So for them artists, you know what I'm saying, you can start the business and go get funding, and because you got a lot of artists too that say they want to do it their way. They give you the opportunity to do it your way. You know what I'm saying? Because you putting your own money up and you putting your records out, and I would just drop singles.
So since you speaking on EIN, like, why should people use their EIN number over their social?
All right. So as far as the reason why I say you should use your EIN over your socials, because so what happened is how we forever to be able to go get bags, because that's what y'all refer to when we actually doing far as like a credit repair business, is because everything when you go put in your EIN is actually on the business. So now it's not on your personal, so now you don't have that heavy load. So now you able to, when you go get certain things and put in your business name, you can get your inquiries and stuff off and constantly go get multiple bags. Because if you got 3 LLCs, you say, okay, I go get 100, I got 100,000 funded for this business, but you can leverage your personal. So you can PG it, called basically personal, PG and it's personal guarantoring it. You know what I'm saying? So, and right now, ain't no banks are really right now. Everybody's conservative. They're not about to give you a loan really based upon just solely on your business. So you want to PG it, and then once it's in there, then it's not showing up. It's not the heavy load on your personal. So that's the best reason why you want to put everything in your business.
That makes sense too.
And question too, like, is EIN and LLC the same thing?
No. So the LLC is basically just the business entity. So you file that with the Ohio Secretary of State, and then the IRS is basically it's a number. It's a social, just like how you have your social. It's just to say, hey, I got this EIN. It's for you to pay your taxes. So that's what it's for.
Cause I remember I took a real estate class. I passed my real estate class, all of that.
Really? Congratulations to you. You ain't never used it?
Look, no, I still got it, but it's like I like to, I be trying to research all type of shit, research. I know a little something. I didn't bought a house with my friend, so we got it on the market, but we putting hella work into that bitch. It's in the ghetto. We put hella work into that bitch. People keep giving us offers for like $50,000, but I feel like we didn't put so much work. This house is worth more than $50,000. All we need now is the roof being done, and what else? We got all the plumbing and everything finished. We just need the roof, and then what else we need? I think it's about the roof and something else, but I know that bitch is like $100K house, so it's like I ain't trying to go for no little offer.
Why you feel like it's $100K?
I say, cause the gentrification that's going on. Like the house is by a school, the house is by a church, the house is by like midtown, downtown. So it's like I know in due time. So
the quickest way, also for you to figure it out, just go get an appraisal. It's gonna tell you what the house worth, and then just pull like 3 comps from the area. So basically your comps just, hey, square footage, 2 bathroom, 2 bathroom, 2 garage, 2 garage. That's gonna tell you basically what the house is worth.
Yeah. Nah, definitely.
Spend 20 on your neck, nigga, bend it that. This your first time with a check, nigga, bend it that. Flying in and out the country, nigga, bend it that.
What's going on? It's King Kash V. I just stepped into the room with Sharky and the Tune podcast with Tune. Hottest podcast in Cleveland, Ohio. Any artist, rapper, make sure when you're in the city, you touch down. Make sure you come see them and let you know what's going on. I'm out.
First time with a check, nigga, bend it that. Flying in and out the country, nigga, bend it that. Oh, you really getting money, nigga, bend it that. This your first time with a check, nigga, bend it that. Flying in and out the country, nigga, bend it that. Oh, you really getting money, nigga, bend it that.
You're now watching In Tune. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and hit that bell so you can stay in tune.
This your first time with a check, nigga, bend it that. Flying in and out the country, nigga, bend it that.